On behalf of the Asian Disaster Preparedness Center ADPC Academy, I welcome you all to our e-learning course on disaster risk communication in the new normal. My name is Dr. Sunil Parashar and I am working as a project officer with ADPC Academy. This presentation on the need for disaster risk communication and course overview aims to achieve two key objectives. At the end of this lesson, participants should be able to define the need for disaster risk communication and describe the need for a disaster risk communication plan. To achieve these objectives, this lesson contains the following: setting the context, course objectives, course contents, methodology, completion policy, and schedule. Before you go to the course objective, course content, course methodology, completion policy, it is very important to set the context first. In this course, disaster risk communication is defined as a preventive activity that helps reduce the adverse impacts of hazard events on people and social systems. Both a one-way transfer of hazard and risk-related information and their management, and a two-way exchange of related information, knowledge, attitudes, and or values. Preparing communicating actors for hazard events that enables them to better cope with the hazard events. For ADPC, disaster risk communication is different from disaster crisis emergency communication that often focus on communication activities during and after events. From a public health perspective, World Health Organization defines risk communication as the real-time exchange of information, advice, and opinions between experts, community leaders, or officials, and the people who are at risk, which is an integral part of any emergency response. For public health emergencies, risk communication aims to encourage informed decision-making, positive behavior change, and the maintenance of trust. Risk communication includes a range of communication capacities required through the preparedness, response, and recovery phases of a serious public health event. I hope you can now define disaster risk communication. Now let us understand why we need disaster risk communication. Inform about the risk and actions to reduce such risk. In most countries, governments have a responsibility to provide clear information to the public about hazards, vulnerability, exposure, etc., and on the actions that can be taken at the household, community, and government levels. Therefore, risk communication is critical as it informs about the risk and suggests appropriate actions to reduce such risk. To create governance and accountability for risk reduction. With disaster risk communication, the media can play a crucial role by engaging people on key issues, disseminating information, creating a platform to share ideas, and hosting discussions around governance and accountability for risk reduction. Therefore, risk communication is crucial as it creates governance and accountability for risk reduction. To share improved scientific risk information for making better decisions about the risks. Advances in technologies have improved scientific risk information dramatically in recent years. This valuable information should be effectively communicated to people who need it to make better decisions about the risk. Therefore, risk communication is crucial as it can provide effective platform to share improved scientific risk information for making better decision about the risk. To share risk information for disaster risk management, decision making at the national and local levels. Risk information provides a critical foundation for managing disaster risk across a wide range of sectors. Therefore, appropriate communication of robust risk information at the right time can raise awareness and trigger actions to reduce risk. I hope you can now explain the need for disaster risk communication. Now let us understand what a disaster risk communication plan is. A disaster risk communication plan provides guides and procedure for the conduct of disaster risk communication within your agency and between your agency, the media, other agencies, and the public in the event of any natural hazard threats, natural hazard induced disaster, or controversial issues that demand a response or a desired behavior change. Disaster risk communication planning comprises of 6 steps as shown in the figure on your right, namely situation analysis, audience analysis, goals and objective settings, message development, message delivery, evaluation. This course focuses mostly on the first 5 steps. These steps will be discussed in detail in the subsequent lessons. I hope you can now explain what a disaster risk communication plan is. Now let us understand why a disaster risk communication plan is needed. A disaster risk communication plan is needed to create a guide or procedure for the conduct of risk communication, to create information and education to stimulate behavior change, to diagnose and create trust, to create awareness strategies, to motivate the public to act, and finally to develop mediating skills. I hope you can now explain the context covered in the first part of my presentation. This completes the key objective of this lesson. The subsequent PowerPoint slides will take you to the course objectives, course content, course methodology, completion policy, and schedule. Now let us look at the course objectives. This course aims to achieve 3 key objectives. At the end of the course, participants should be able to raise awareness, knowledge, and skills on effective disaster risk communication planning, develop or enhance their draft disaster risk communication plan in the new normal, and identify initiatives and good practices on effective disaster risk communication in the new normal for possible replication. The course objectives will be delivered through 8 key lessons, and these lessons are the core content of this course. Now let us look at the course contents. As I said earlier, this course consists of 8 lessons. Lesson 1, Need for Disaster Risk Communication and Course Overview. This lesson aims to provide participants with an overview of the training course on disaster risk communication in the new normal. It will explain why disaster risk communication plans are needed and provide a course overview and information on the course objectives, methodology, and schedule. Lesson 2, Situation Analysis. In this lesson, participants will better understand how risk is perceived and why. It is the first step in risk communication planning. Lesson 3, Disaster Risk Communication Approaches. This lesson will focus on various disaster risk communication approaches, including the risk communication and community engagement strategy adopted by the World Health Organization during COVID-19. Special emphasis will also be placed on gender responsive and inclusive approaches to risk communication. Lesson 4, Understand Your Audience. This lesson will focus on defining and explaining the step-by-step process of audience analysis and segmentation. This will allow participants to identify priority audiences and craft effective and efficient disaster risk communication plans. Lesson 5, Establishing Goals and Objectives. The core of this session is about guiding you how to develop goals and SMART objectives for your disaster risk communication plan. Lesson 6, Developing Right Message. This lesson will help participants to develop right message by discussing what to say and how to say for disaster risk communication. It will include examples on how to talk about the hazard, what to do, as well as message, style, tone, accuracy, and so on. Lesson 7, Delivering Right Message. This lesson will focus on tools that are useful when communicating risk to the public, such as awareness tools, knowledge tools, decision making tools, and implementation tools. Tools that is traditional and modern for communicating risk related to disease epidemics with example will be discussed. Lesson 8, Written Demonstration. In this lesson, participants will share and receive feedback on their disaster risk communication plan from technical expert and other participants. In all these lessons, except lesson 1, you will be working on drafting your disaster risk communication plan through peer group work assignment. Now, let us look at the course methodology. The methodology of this course consists of 8 components. All content discussed earlier will be delivered through the following. Discussion forums. ADPC Academy will hold 2 discussion forums where participants will be able to hear from and connect with disaster risk communication experts. The first one will focus on gender responsive and inclusive disaster risk communication, how to leave no one behind. The second one will focus on good practices and lesson learned in disaster risk communication during COVID-19. Online community visit. The online community visit is an integral part of this training course. The purpose of the online community visit is to share knowledge and learn about Thailand experience with disaster risk communication, including good practices and lesson learned in developing effective community-led disaster risk communication plans. Peer group work assignment for disaster risk communication plan. Group assignment are an opportunity to apply knowledge from each lesson and craft a draft disaster risk communication plan that will be presented at the end of the course. Coaching and mentoring. Coaching and mentoring is an optional feature of the course. When working on your peer group work assignments for draft your disaster risk communication plan, it can provide guidance and clarify any doubt you may have. PowerPoint presentation will introduce you to the conceptual foundation of different lessons in an interactive manner. All PPTs will be instructor-led and pre-recorded. The curriculum is a guiding document for you to achieve each lesson's objective. It will provide you with a detailed explanation of each lessons by discussing all relevant and theoretical concepts and case studies. The curriculum will also help you to prepare for and pass the quizzes at the end of the lessons. It will also help you to complete peer group work assignment for disaster risk communication plan. Evaluation quizzes. For each lesson except lesson 1 and 8, a multiple choice quiz will assess your basic comprehension of the lesson. Course evaluation. This is where we invite you to tell us your thought about the course and providing us with a valuable feedback on the learning experience. Now let us look at the course completion policy. The following assessment activities are mandatory for course completion. Completion of evaluation quizzes with marks of at least 75% or above. Participation in the discussion forums and online community visit. Completion of the peer group work assignment for disaster risk communication plan. Finally, let us look at the course schedule. As you all know that this course will be conducted from 1st to the 19th of March 2021, let us look at the detailed schedule. Week 1 from 1st to 5th March. It will cover 3 lessons, that is lesson 1, lesson 2 and lesson 3. Week 2 from 8th to 12th March. This will cover 3 lessons, that is lesson 4, lesson 5 and lesson 6. Week 3 from 15th to 19th March. This will cover 2 lessons, Lesson 7 and Lesson 8. In addition, there will be an evaluation and course closing. This is the end of my presentation on the need for disaster risk communication and the course overview. I hope you are now ready to take this course. I would like to express my best wishes to you and I hope you will enjoy this course. If you have any questions, you can write us using the email ID showing on your screen. On behalf of ADPC Academy, I once again thank you all for showing interest in our course.